So I already did a video on this MC Bassman thing, right? He got a load of accusations, and he's essentially saying that being cancelled or whatever, not getting no bookings. But you know, he got accused of grooming a young woman, 20-year-old woman, right? So it's not an underage woman, but he's like very old. Some people are saying in his 60s or whatever now. So grooming her, getting her to cook crack and smoke crack, and all this kind of stuff. And I made videos about it, calling out the generic narratives of defense. I've never said, oh, he's guilty, but let's just, because I don't do that. People misunderstand me. I don't do that. But people in that actual world who know that scene, and people I know personally who know that scene, have said, yeah, everybody knows. He's been doing this, right? He's been doing mad stuff. He's been abusing women and preying on young women and stuff like that. So it just looked very apparent that there was truth to what's going on. And like I said, the person who accused him of it is a very well-known DJ in the scene. It's not like a nobody. It's people that other people know, right? Then some big known-name DJs supported him. He's a big name in drum and bass. Some known DJs did support him. I called them out. I gave them red flags as well, because for the generic defense is a bit much, especially when we're like, if everyone actually knows this was going on, then you know he's guilty and you're talking, yeah? That's what it seems like. But like I said, I can't actually come and go, oh, he's guilty, he's done it. I'm not coming and doing that. I'm just talking on what's out there, what's been said, right? So now I'm going to talk on his response, and we're going to look at his response. And I looked at his response last time. He made a statement before, and I didn't like it, because it came with generic victim blaming narratives. It said this woman is not a victim, all of that. That's stuff that abusers always say. There's red flag, like, talking points, right? And I think there's some more in this. So let's just see what he's got to say, right?
On March 6, 2024, a very serious allegation was made against me by Medusa. An online allegation which has never been reported to the police. I have been communicating with West Midlands Police since March 7, 2024, off my own back. All her allegations have been reported by me. All her claims are false. It's now for her to report these allegations herself.
Right, so I hope, let me see if it continues.
To the police.
Yeah. I was checking if I can pause and play like that on Instagram. So he's trying to paint a picture that he's done all the reporting to police. Basically, like, she hasn't reported to the police, so we should disbelieve it. Let's just keep it real. The majority of things reported to the police by women about abuse are not taken seriously, especially historic. So let's not paint a picture that, oh, she hasn't reported to the police, so it's not true. That's not how it works, bro. Yeah. So that's a bad defense. Yeah. I'm not telling him, like I say, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not confirming anything. I can't. But your defense is bad. Your defense is, oh, she hasn't gone to the police, so it's generic.
Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty?
Innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. We live in a system where men who abuse women, get seen as innocent when they're guilty. So that system doesn't work. Yeah. That system of accountability doesn't work. We need it to. Yeah. He's not been accused of our crimes and stuff like that, right? But because I know the statistics of that, 98% of those reported get turned away by the police. So, do you know what I'm saying? We can't say innocent until proven guilty if 98% of the ones who do the most serious crime to women walk free and are legally innocent. It's not that angle.
I'd like to thank all those who have sent positive messages of support to me. Many industry heads who have shown love. You know who you are. My statement is below and will highlight what has been happening over the last 2 months. I hope and will see you soon. MC Bassman. Thank you very much.
So, I mean, he just made a video, right? I think the comments have been turned off on this. Let's go back, because now he made a written thing to go with it, right? He made a written statement to go with it. So, I mean, I don't really get what that was supposed to achieve, other than he said he went to the police and she hasn't gone to the police, and it's not true. I don't know. I guess he's gonna expand on it in these, right? I, MC Bassman, am making the following statement in relation to the allegations made against me. 6th of March 2004 by I don't like the fact he's put her name in there, especially not government. I may blur that out in the edit. I know she's made these conversations public, but it's like that can cause her to receive harassment. Same with the baby reindeer thing. I don't think we should put those. When I did a reaction to this before, when I was reacting to someone else speak about it, and they put her picture in it, so I blurred and chopped that out as well. But anyway, the allegations made. So I'm just saying that's a red flag to me. Like when you actually put the person's name, so you're trying to attack them now. You're trying to use your power as a big drum and bass MC and as a man to go and get people onto her. Like, that's not really cool. So like I say, I don't say the person's guilty. I can't prove, but what I do is analyze how they behave and what they do. And when I'm analyzing that, that's not really cool. The allegations made consisted of the following: being groomed at the age of 20, which I think at that point he's trying to indicate how can you be groomed at 20, which yes you can, definitely. Forced to take drugs, assault. Okay. I categorically deny all of these allegations made against me. I have outlined below what I have done myself in relation to this matter. On March 7th, I contacted Westminster Police to report the false allegations made against me. 2 weeks later, I was advised that the matter was a civil matter and to proceed legally would cost a lot of money. So I take it that would be to take legal action against her, right? Okay. He hasn't screenshotted this one. Well, during the month of March, the abuse I faced online was very hard to take in and accept. This challenged my mental health and physical health repeatedly. I also faced threats of verbal and physical nature out in public, which I had to report to West Midlands Police. We've only got threats out in public. Interesting, or well, who knows. I have asked the police numerous times if they would contact the individual who made these false allegations about me, but they said they couldn't due to the fact that she hadn't and still hasn't reported the situation herself, even though she has been encouraged and advised to report this matter to the police by people known to both myself and the female in question. However, she refused to do so. And that's her right. Let's just keep this serious. Yeah? When you know that the vast majority of these things go nowhere, and it's very likely that nothing will happen if she goes to the police, she'll go through this traumatic experience of explaining everything to the police, all of this, all to have them do nothing. Yeah, it's almost a bit abusive to tell her that she must do that. It is actually. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. You can't make someone have to go through a horrible, horrific, traumatic experience that they don't want to go through because you want to because you want them to not do anything, so it proves you innocent to stupid people who don't understand how this stuff works. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not winning. You're not winning with this statement. Yeah. I have had to remain silent for 2 months whilst I waited on Westminster Police to respond to me, which has been very slow, especially based on the sinister levels of the accusations made against me. I have made no contact. However, in recent weeks, she has contacted me, attempting to speak to me via text message, to which I have not responded. On March 15th, she requested to meet me in person via a third party. No meeting took place. That's her prerogative. Maybe you should meet her. Maybe you should meet her, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to work out a way through this, maybe you should meet her. Maybe you should speak to her. I would advise you speak to her if she's being open to conversating with you and explaining why she's decided to come forward publicly about these things. Then yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that will help you out. I don't know. I have been subjected to ridicule and torment online, accused of horrendous crimes, being tried by social media and deemed as guilty by social media. And again, I want to say here, I can't say he's guilty. I don't know him. He could not be. Yeah, unlikely, considering everyone literally is saying that it's very known he behaves like this. But I can't say it. I don't have the evidence from me. I just have the conversation, right? And people I know telling me he's like this. But this whole trial by social media deeming me as guilty, it's not as simple as that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as that. When people are coming up with loads of accounts and going, oh no, this was not as simple as that. I wanted to say, like I say, I'm not saying he's guilty 100%. I can't actually physically, literally say that, but I'm analyzing your words, and your words are not impressing me. Your words are making me think you're victim blaming. Your words are making me think generic response, generic cover up, the same cover up. Like, even if you're innocent, these are the responses of a guilty person. This is how a guilty person responds. So it's sticky, right? My biggest concern is that this situation has set a very negative precedent that a person can accuse someone online and the person being accused is guilty before any charges or investigations have been brought forward. Again, generic, oh my God, they can just accuse anyone and anything happens. No, actually, no. Yeah, because if you just was actually able to, if you was actually able to just firm it and be like, no way, never would he behave like that, and everyone in the scene knew that, you could just be outside being like, nah, she's a liar, and you could literally get them to run her down. She would be shamed. It's so easy to shame women on these issues. So easy to flip it on them. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. It's so easy to flip it on the woman. Yeah, he hasn't been able to do that, and that says something, right? That says something. And this is just the generic, oh my God, cancel culture. No, it doesn't happen to people generally. It's not easy for it to just thing. And like I say, we can't base everything on investigations and charges. We can't. Yeah, we can't, because they don't bring them forward. We know this case is going to be his word against hers, and it's historic. We know we know that. We know that even if he's guilty, no charges will become. So it doesn't prove innocence. Okay, the benefit of his side, it does create an argument that that maybe he's saying he shouldn't be treated as if he's guilty, right? Cool. I am now urging the said person in the situation to go to the police and assist her with the allegations she made publicly on March 6th. This is not just for me, but for all the people and family and friends that have supported me, who say the justice system needs to be put in place so that things are done fairly and correctly, innocent and people proven guilty. So all he's trying to do is, you can see what I'm saying? This is really bad manipulation. This was a bad move from him, if I'm honest. He's really making himself look more guilty here, because you're painting a whole thing when we all literally know that if she goes to the police, nothing will happen, and he will then be able to use that to declare his innocence. But we know that even if you're guilty, that's here. So even if you're guilty, you want this process to happen to declare your innocence. That's mind games, yeah? Like Young Spray would say. Big mind games. No, you should have done something better than this nonsense here. Have they been reported, investigated, and then go through the legal channel? Why has this not happened for me? As we've already explained, we know why it's not happened for you. Because she was feeling like she was being groomed at the time back then. That was not something she was ready to do. She's not ready to do it now. It's a horrific experience. The system doesn't support women. It doesn't support victims of abuse, survivors of abuse. So, I mean, these questions are so easy to answer. Like, even asking these questions just makes you sound like a person who doesn't have any respect or understanding for women who are abused. This is just coming off like literally like no understanding at all. I've never been arrested or questioned or anything like this in my life. I am only one who has gone to the police. Yeah, I'm the one that's accused. I don't like the I went to the police narrative, man. It's not spinning to me, man. West Midlands police have been made aware of all these allegations, not from the individual, but from me, of the allegations made and the nature of these crimes that have been posted publicly. Now she needs to go and give her account. So I'm saying, if he knows these things happened, he might also know there's no evidence. I know she can't prove it, so I'm going to just confirm it and go into the police. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to work for him or not. I said in my last videos, I think he'll get bookings again. I think it will carry on, because I don't think cancel culture exists, right? Unless it's so known and all the promoters kind of like, now we know he's guilty, then it's like, then it's literally just accountability. It's because they knew. And if they knew and they booked him before, then shame on them, innit? Like, it's not actually, you don't win for like going along with it later. Yeah, that's a loss as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that if someone genuinely believed they had been groomed and assaulted, you would definitely advise them to call the police. Cannot approach her. It is for her to report this matter. Again, generic, you should have gone to the police. This is like literally what you victim blaming stuff you see on every story. It's just proper victim blaming. Scummy, really. I never committed any crimes and have been fighting silently in the background since allegations were made. I do admit to having issues regarding drug abuse, which is something I'm currently working on. However, I have never bestowed that on anyone. And this is what I said in my last video already. This is what they always do. They come and go, "Oh, well, I'll admit to this," just so you feel sorry for him a bit. So now you are playing victim. You're making yourself into the victim and making yourself seem like this. You're making yourself seem honest, right? But nobody cares about that, bro. If they all knew you was on drugs, yeah, that definitely seems like it's always been known. But nobody's coming at you for that. My family and friends and I have been put through a great deal of stress and pain. My career has been completely put on hold. My passion and the work that I've dedicated to my life has been frozen, and all based on online allegations and witch hunt. I'm deeply hurt. The mental strain has been like nothing I've come across in my life. I would like to take this opportunity to thank so many of my loyal supporters who have shown me support through this time, and to the many artists and industry members from who have shown me support. I thank you dearly. I will attempt to continue working where I can and push on with my life with the continued love and support of my fans, friends and family. So that's MC Bassman, and I've covered it already as I was going along. It's not an impressive reaction. It's not an impressive angle he's taken, in my opinion. But I'll say this, right? If he's being cancelled, yeah, because I always say cancel culture don't exist, right? If he's actually unable to work now and all of that, and a lot of it may come down to, like, he may end up feeling like, I can't go outside, right? No, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm not feeling comfortable to be in those spaces and face people. Then he's an old man, yeah? Tim Westwood is cancelled now the other day, right? They let him get away with it the whole time. So he got away with it his entire career and got, like, at the end of a career when it dries up anyway, now you can't work no more. So it's not like you've not been cancelled, you've not been shut down, you've been allowed to have your entire career. Your career is at the end. You're old. Retire. It's just what happens, right? And then I don't have time for this, but I wanted to look into the Tim Westwood thing as well, because Tim Westwood now has a cooking show in Nigeria and he's living over there, which is really, really worrying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he was accused of grooming young black girls in the UK. Whole TV shows about it. I haven't even watched them still. And then he's moved to a country where he can likely get away with that a lot easier. Very, very worrying, right? And then he's tried to reinvent himself, right? And go, oh, I'm going to be this chef. I'm going to, like, sit here and cook Nigerian food and show, like, quite wild, man. It was I can't remember who it was who I saw post on Instagram. I should have done a reaction to that, really, but anyway, I don't have time to add loads of more things. That was the MC Bassman follow up, because I did 2 videos on it before. Not a lot of people really done videos on it. I done those, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people are shook to speak the way that I do, but I don't care. So there we go.